Before entering Jefferson Elementary, I believed I had a solid identity. I am female, I am from the upper middle class, I am smart, I like to think I'm brave. I knew I had much to learn about the world and especially children. I knew they were and were not like children who were portrayed on television. I knew they were all different, but I believed they were all somewhat alike. Jefferson Elementary is located on 5th Street near Winona State's West Campus. It is surrounded by neighborhoods of smaller houses. Key Kids was in the cafeteria of Jefferson for most of the time. We met in the gym for sign-in, and they went out on the nice days. The community itself surrounding Jefferson is quiet, but it seems stable. When we were outside, I did not see anyone walking around, but every child that went to Key Kids got picked up by their parents. Each parent that picked up a child had a car and lived somewhat close. Kids presented many different opportunities to alter my ideas and learn more about children. While interacting with the group of children in general, I learned they only care about the people who are consistent in their lives. I only visited them 6 times, and they knew that from their past experiences from others who went through this program. They only knew the people's names who were there consistently. I sat with 2 specific children each day, 2 sisters. Piper is a kindergartner, and Autumn is a 3rd grader. From the first day of Key Kids, I could tell they were the bossy but liked children of the group. They both had multiple friends who were the quieter and more reserved types. As for their home life, I learned their parents were divorced, work with computers, and they both live in apartments that are close to their elementary school. They spend every other week with each parent. They like their dad's house because it has 2 bedrooms, a fireplace, and a dog. Piper likes her mom's house because it is a 1-bedroom place. This means she gets to sleep in the same bed with Autumn. At Key Kids, I worked on building my relationships with the students I worked with. Although these factors I've talked about help make up a person, that isn't all that's to them. As many of our classes articles advocate for, building relationships is the only way to really know your students. By building a relationship with these sisters, I have learned about their great leadership skills. For example, Piper takes positions of leadership while outside. She was a teacher, a mom, or a leader of the expedition when I joined her group. She even taught me how to walk on the ice. She told me when and where to sleep in her house. They both exhibit great leadership over everything. While inside with both of them, they like to play with the Polly Pockets. They form 2 separate groups, the 2nd grade and under one, and the 3rd grade and above. Piper is the leader of the former, and Autumn is the leader of the latter. While volunteering at Key Kids, I decided to focus on class. I already knew my class, and it is typical of where I live. I also believe those who lived in cities like Winona and La Crosse were typically part of the lower middle class or the lower class in general. I believe this belief was passed down to me from my father who grew up in La Crosse. His family is lower class, and through working hard and with the help of my mother, he grew to the upper middle class. Although he has first-hand experience of living out of a vehicle instead of a house, he still looks down upon those in the lower class. Through Key Kids, I learned those who live in cities are very diverse. There are people who are upper class, middle class, and lower class everywhere. I talked to many students in Key Kids that were part of each of these classes. I liked and enjoyed talking to each of these children. Just because they are part of a different class than I am does not mean that they should be treated differently. I like the different programs that make it easier on parents to feed their children, like the free lunch programs that are available. Piper and Autumn led me to the conclusion that no matter a person's status, we are all alike and we should all treat each other as human beings. They changed my previous belief that was passed down in my family. Thanks for watching!